everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video was supposed to go up on Friday, but I had a bit of a Friday, and I was supposed to record it yesterday being Saturday, and I forgot we had dinner plans with a friend, and it took a while, so I am now filming this on Sunday, and that wouldn't normally matter, except for that the connection here is so unbelievably god-awful that I'm doing this right after work at 6, or I think it's 7 something now, and I wanted to get the video up for 8. That's the typical rhythm for uploads, and yeah, it's not going to get up till 10, I'm telling you, with this connection, and you know. But anyway, I got a few random sound assortments, and I'm going to be rambling about some upcoming games, and I'm very excited to do that. I don't know how long this video will be. It'll really just be until I run out of things to say, or the environment starts getting loud, because I have a full house and a cat in the room with me right now, so we'll see. But as far as sound assortment, we have my Xbox Series X controller, which is dirty. I did clean it, and then months later, I have not cleaned it, so I play Xbox a lot, pretty much every night, so I need to be cleaning it a lot more often, but I'm not gonna lie and say that I do when I don't. I clean it maybe twice a year. Yeah, I know. You can shame me in the comments. But this will be some of the sounds. And then, of course, for Veterans Day, we stopped by Texas Roadhouse. And we got some of their peanuts, and you won't be eating them. I'm just going to be crushing them in the bag. So, we'll see how that goes. But I've talked a couple of times on the channel about me wanting to do these videos, but I've really broken it down into 3 videos. 4 to 5 games each of things that are coming out that I'm excited for. Some of them don't have release dates, some of them do. Not that it'll have too much bearing on the video other than how excited I am and how soon I get to play it. So, I'll go ahead and jump into that. I'm not going to make you wait anymore. Let's go ahead and start with probably my number 1 most anticipated game. That argument can be made for a few of these. It really just depends on the vibe. Right now, I'm in a James Bond mood. So 007 First Light is at the number 1 spot, but like I said, it's definitely top 3 all the time, but what's at my number 1, like what's got my interest in that moment, will shift depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, 007 First Light, so excited for that. For those of you who do not know, I have a James Bond dedicated YouTube channel. I plan on, putting like a link and like really being active about, hey, this is my channel. But kind of working up the courage to that and building for a better setup on both ends, because my face is in those videos. I don't know why that matters to me, but I want to have a better setup first. Anyway, I'm very excited. I've done quite a few videos on this game there. Haven't really covered it too much here, but yeah, 007 First Light, very excited. It's pretty much Hitman and Uncharted put together with a James Bond skin, and I'm excited for that. It looks like a lot of fun. I have pre-ordered it on the Xbox Series X, and I'm not gonna lie to you, and now that I've gotten a couple paychecks, I did go back and say, hey, do you guys have the Legacy Edition, which is like the golden gun? It comes with extra skins and a few other things. Oh my god, give me a second. Sorry, one of the cats was acting up outside. So anyway, very excited for that game. Yeah, I was going to pre-order it, but they were out of stock of the special edition, so I'm very glad, because that saves me, I think it's $300, like $299 or something. I didn't need to do that. It was more of just like a excitement thing. I've never bought a collector's edition of a game. This one would have been cool. That's all I'm gonna say, but I'm not doing that. Not this time. There will be a time when I buy my first collector's edition, but it won't be that. Anyway, very excited for that. The gameplay looks great. The story, I will say this. I was not interested in a prequel, younger Bond who is kind of learning the ropes of it all and figuring it out. I was not excited for that premise before they announced it. But when I saw the trailer and everything, I actually genuinely, I dig it. I really do. I'm excited. I'm excited for their approach. I kind of convinced myself that, hey, if people like this game, if it's as good as it looks, if it's as fun as it looks, we'll get sequels, and maybe they can get to the Bond that I'm more familiar with, the older, suave, kind of larger than life, charming guy. Not that this guy won't be in the first one, but he does seem inexperienced, and I'm excited to see what an experienced version of that Bond could look like. If you know what I'm saying. I don't know if you guys like James Bond like that, but I'm very excited for that. It looks fun. One thing is missing that I think is gonna take points away, and that there is no multiplayer. One of the biggest things for me when it comes to James Bond is the multiplayer. I played so much Everything or Nothing and From Russia with Love, split screen co-op with my dad, and that meant a lot to me. I am going to be playing this with him as well, but it's going to be a backseat gamer sort of thing where we just hand the controller. I'm beating it on my own first. I'm absolutely beating the campaign on my own, and then I'll replay it with him. Because I want to just play it. And I don't want to have to wait until he's over, and unless I pack up the whole Xbox and take it, 2 hours away every time I want to play it. I don't know. So, I'm excited to see what the game looks like. I know for a fact I'm going to like it because I'm obsessed. Over Hitman World of Assassination. That gameplay style was really addicting to me. And selfishly, I hope they do this again. I have achievement goals I want to hit for next year as well. And one of the most satisfying things about Hitman is every time you beat a level, you get an achievement. If you do it some special way or do some special thing, which you would get accidentally all the time, you would get a bunch of achievements. And that was satisfying to me. I don't know how everyone else feels about that. I know some people really want the toughest ones. They want to earn it. I don't know. I don't care. I'm excited to have some, so we'll see what that situation looks like when the game drops, but yeah, so 007 First Light, I think it looks very exciting. I think it's the first game IO Interactive has made with driving. I know Mind's Eye, they were kind of a partner on, but that was more of a different company that made it. I'm pretty sure they just had some amount of support from IO Interactive. I'm kind of ignoring that game because it looks like a mess, and I think First Light looks better. But that might just be me talking. I don't know. Anyway, looks fun, looks great, looks exciting. Gameplay looks incredibly attractive to me. It's very explosive. The combat looks great. It looks like there's a bunch of takedowns and a bunch of cool, unique animations that are going to be so much fun. A few actors that I do know that I'm excited to see. I think it's Patrick something is the actor for James Bond. And the guy who plays Morgan from The Walking Dead plays Greenway. He's one of your, main mentors. So I think that'll be fun. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on to another game. But before I do that, let's get some sounds in here. There's a cat trying to get back in. I now have both cats in here. Hopefully it's not too loud. You're gonna have to listen to them eating from across the room, loud as hell. But I'm gonna get one of my smaller games out of the way. Like I said, there's 5 games for this video, 3 huge ones, and then 2 that I'm excited for. One is, Kirby Air Riders. That game is about to come out in a few days, I'm pretty sure. Very excited for that. As I've said multiple times, my fiance loves Kirby. So, absolutely going to be picking that up. That is one of her Christmas presents. Don't fucking tell her. No, I'm just kidding. So that'll be fun. We had a lot of fun in Mario Kart World, so this will just be a different kind of racing experience. We'll get to know if we like it, because I have a friend who pre-ordered it, has it fully paid off, and has invited us both over to go play it with him and his wife, so that'll be a very fun game night, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm very competitive, and his partner is very competitive, so we're both very competitive. Mario Party gets dangerous. Just kidding, but it's a lot of fun, but we both take it seriously. I think that makes it funnier, and it makes me want to commit to it more, but anyway. Sorry. But yeah, Kirby Air Riders will be a lot of fun. I don't have too much to say about it other than I like it. I think I will like Mario Kart World more, but she's probably gonna like this more, so I'll let you know what I think once I get the chance to play it, but I digress on that point. Give me a second. I don't have it anywhere on this list, but The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I don't know if it came out already. I think it did. My buddy has a copy pre-ordered, maybe even already picked up, I don't know. He wants me to go over there and play with him as well as the same guy. I'm excited for that, but I don't have it on the list anywhere. So you get a bonus game for today. You're getting 6. Oh, cool. How fitting. But anyway, I'm very excited for those games. But I'm even more excited for probably my number 2 most excited game. And that is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, also known as Lego Batman 4. If you don't like Lego Batman, you may not already know that this game is kind of like the Skywalker saga that they did for Star Wars, where it's going to be based on every Batman movie and other forms of media, I think. So I don't think it's just the movies, but I am not exactly too sure what it's going to look like. Story-wise, the gameplay, it looks exactly like a combination of Arkham Knight. It's got Arkham Knight gameplay and even, some inspiration on the map. But the colors and the way Gotham looks actually kind of reminds me of Gotham Knights. And that's not a bad thing. It's a Lego game. I think that color scheme and vibe lends itself a lot better to Lego Batman than it did for Gotham Knights. But that's my opinion. I think it looks great. My only critique is that I think some of the Batmobile designs look a little not great. Like, it's a video game, you could have done whatever. You didn't have to go with like the cheap looking versions of the Batmobiles, but we haven't seen them all, so I don't know. The skins are great. There's like a huge selection of Lego Batman skins, some funny ones, some really cool ones, some really deep cut ones that I'm very excited to see. But the game looks fun. No online multiplayer, which to me is perfect because I have a buddy. I was talking about it before. There's another friend. That's one of my best friends. We played Lego Batman 2 together, and we played Lego Marvel Superheroes together as kids. I actually have that over there. I talked about it in a pretty recent video. That's going to be so much fun to play with him. I'm having him come over for that game and another one that is coming out. That's going to be in the third one of these videos I talk about. It's actually the main star of that video, so I won't bring it up now. I won't spoil it, but yeah. Very excited for Lego Batman 4. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I liked the Skywalker saga. I think it lacked a lot of charm that the original Lego Star Wars games had, but it shined in completely different ways. So I think this is going to be just as fun as the other Lego Batman games. Probably even more fun than 3, in my personal opinion, because I have nostalgia for the first 2. So anyway, very excited for this. Not really too much to say about that at the moment. At the end of the day, it's a Lego game. I think it'll be exciting, but I just really want to see more. I know that there's going to be a customizable bat cave. Sorry, completely forgot about that. That's exciting. Get to, design your own bat cave. I wonder how in-depth that will get, If there is a lot of ways to customize it and a lot of, little things you can do, I know I'm going to be building my ultimate bat cave. But more than likely, it's just going to be a bunch of pre-built sections you can customize barely, more than likely. It would be so cool. It'd be ridiculous, and I think most people wouldn't like it, but I personally would have loved a mode where you could just take whatever pieces you want and actually genuinely build a bat cave in a video game, because I've never owned the original Lego bat cave, and I wish I could have, but we couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford big sets like that, and it would be cool to really just build my own, inspired by the ones that already exist. I don't know. I think that'd be cool. And my version of being autistic is that I have drawn out my own bat cave before. I've done it years ago, and it changes every time I redraw it, kind of. But I love doing that. Anyway, I'm going to move on now because I'm being a little weird. But yeah, very excited for Lego Batman 4 and 007 First Light. They're probably my top two. Like I said, I do have some really good picks in the next two videos. But I think those two are my top two. Every game that I say is up there on the list, it's fighting for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Maybe in that last video I'll give you a full order of what I'm most excited for, but for right now it's 007 and Lego Batman as the top two. And then this one I'm excited for both me and my fiance, or my fiance and I. And that is, it's Tamagotchi Life, not Tamagotchi, right? Tamagotchi's the little chain things, but no, Tamagotchi Life. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. I hope I'm not saying the wrong one. But anyway, very excited for that. Never got to play the one on 3DS because it's so fucking expensive, and that's kind of my fiance's exact same predicament. She's always wanted to play it. I think what's going to be fun is that we get to experience it together. That's what has me so excited. It's very rare that new games come out that we both want to play together. Like the racing games and the party games and the fighting games, those come out and we want to play them. But we didn't really play Animal Crossing together because we had other things going on. And I play it a lot now, but she doesn't play it as much anymore. You see what I mean? When games come out and they're coming out while we are both excited for them, that doesn't happen often, I don't know if I'm making sense. It's making sense in my head. We're not. Anyway, moving on. Very excited for that game. It's wacky. It's weird. If you don't know what the game is like, it's just straight up funky. It's weird, bro. It's weird, but I think it'll be a lot of fun to experience that with her. Let's get a thumbnail in here. I'm probably gonna do something like this. I don't know. Or no, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this video up and I'm gonna make a thumbnail. It's been a while since I did that. Anyway, yeah, excited for Tamagotchi Life, very much so. Oh, almost spilled the water. And then the last game on the list. Let's get a sip first. Now, like I said, there are games that are probably higher than this one that you guys are going to go, really? He didn't even mention it? That's because I tried to disperse my heavy hitters. Some in the first, some in the second, and some in the third video. However, if anyone talks shit on this pick, I'll be a little disappointed. Not really. You guys can have your own opinions, and I know I'm obsessing over this in a weird way, and that is Mouse PI for Hire. I think this game looks incredible. It just looks like Cuphead and BioShock put together. I love looks like so much fun. It looks like it's going to be challenging, but I'm excited anyway. I'm absolutely picking up a physical copy of it. Oh, there comes a cat. Let's see how loud this is. I'm going to let her try to jump. Go for it, baby. Don't look at me. You can jump up. It's okay. Go for it. You got it. That probably wasn't too bad. You notice she makes a sound every time she jumps. She has to. I see you looking. She's probably going to jump down here, and that's going to be the problem. Let me move this just in case. Hi. You can stay up there. Sorry, she's on top of this thing. Now she jumped from up there. Anyway. Yeah, very, 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 very excited for that game. It makes me want to go back and add BioShock to my backlog. It's there, but it's lower on the list. But once I have the 360 set back up, the setup I have in mind is a bit more planned out this time. It's a bit more convenient, and the cables will be away from the cats. She's up there. But that's going to be the biggest thing, really, because I did not like having to police the cables every time I stood up, went to the bathroom. I'd have to unplug the controller, walk away with it. They would chew on the cables if I had them plugged into the wall because of the way the room was oriented. It's really weird. I didn't like it, and eventually I just unplugged it all and just left the Series X cable plugged in all the time because it was protected a little bit, just like I said, because of the layout. But anyway, it'll be exciting to go back and play some of the backlog, but it's also going to be just as exciting to get to play all of these games. 007 First Light, I've pre-ordered. Legacy of the Dark Knight, I tried to pre-order, but when I went, it wasn't up yet, and I still don't think pre-orders are up yet, at GameStop anyway. I don't know. Whenever I confirm a pre-order for them, I'll let you know. They're both coming out in March of 2026. At least last I checked. First Light's coming out on the 27th of March. Hopefully nothing gets delayed, but we'll see. I don't remember when Mouse PI is coming out. I have it written down somewhere, but not near me. I'm not pre-ordering Kirby Air Riders. Like I said, that's literally about to drop. I'm just going to pick it up when I can. But of course, physical copy for my fiance for Christmas, more than likely. Along with another bonus game, Snoopy, and I think it's Snoopy and the Great Mystery Club, or Snoopy and the Mystery Club, or something like that. She also loves Snoopy, so I'm picking that up for her too. So she's getting 2 games for Christmas, and I think she's gonna love them both. And then of course Tamagotchi Life. They say early next year, I think, is what they said, spring next year, or something like that. So whatever, who knows, man? Who knows on that one? But anyway, Mouse PI, I will probably pre-order. I forgot when that one's coming out though. To be honest, life has kind of hit that. I don't know if you guys pre-order games anymore. There used to be a huge incentive to not pre-order them because it helps show what you're actually excited for, and it stopped letting developers just make half-baked games because, you know, you pre-order them. They're fine financially, but nowadays, all it means when you don't pre-order a game is that you were more than likely not going to find them. Helldivers 2 came out, and I didn't pre-order a copy, but I did want one, and I couldn't find it for months, bruh. That was insane. Now, there's exceptions to that rule. Call of Duty, you'll always be able to find, you know, whatever the new big AAA games, it's probably fine, but Mouse PI and the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, I could not find that one. I think Mouse PI is going to be the same. It's been getting a lot of push from Xbox, so maybe I could get a copy, but that's also area dependent. Where I was at last time, no one pre-ordered games, so they would only get like a small shipment, and then people would buy them, and then that was gone. So, and that's just how GameStop works. If you guys have a better game store, maybe you won't have the same problems I have. But anyway, I just rambled a little bit at the end there for that bullshit. But I'm gonna make some sounds with the peanuts to cap off the video. But let me get some talking out of the way now. I'm so sorry for the sniffles, but yeah. If you've been paying attention to my posts in the community page of the channel or reading the descriptions. I have a PayPal link now. I know there's going to be people who hear that and scoff and whatever, but there's absolutely no pressure to give anything. To be completely honest, I feel shame putting it there, but we've been struggling financially with this move. Not really anymore, but we were, and it kept being recommended to me to just do that by everyone who knew I had a channel. To be honest, obviously no one on the channel was offering, so, like my friends and family who know I do this, so, like I said, no pressure, but I feel like I'd be doing myself and my fiance a disservice if I didn't at least put the option there for whoever would be so generous. But speaking of work, I will actually ramble a little bit about work. This shit's fucking ass. I hate this job, but it's paying the bills for now. And they do let me have overtime, so I have to give them that. None of my previous jobs would let me get overtime. Though it has to be approved first, so whatever. However, early Christmas, I will be working 24 days straight. Not early Christmas, early December. So like end of November to like mid-December, I will be working straight. I'll have like one day off every here and there, but it doesn't matter because I'm going from day to night, so it's actually shrinking the 24 hours to like 14 hours. And I sleep for fucking ever, so it's gonna be like 8 to 10 hours of sleep and then 4 hours of whatever the fuck I can do in 4 hours. So the overtime pay, we both crunched the numbers, me and my supervisor. I'm gonna be making decent fucking money, but I will be miserable and tired, and the videos that I will force myself to make will probably not be great quality. But to be honest, as long as we're living at my mom's house, it's gonna be like this anyway, so. We're settling for a closing date. We're planning that out and getting everything squared away now. So we should be moving into our own place by the end of November, so that's great. I think right before I start that first shift that leads into the long monstrosity, I think I'll have like 2 days to get everything out of the storage unit into the house. So that'll be, not too bad. But the goal is by the time Christmas comes around, I'll be ahead of my finances. I won't need to take any overtime to catch up. So that's the goal, but we'll see. We're getting close to the point on this channel where I can start monetizing it in some way. I won't be able to do like the full ad revenue or anything like that. I still can't control whether or not there's ads. I haven't hit that point. I'm pretty sure you need to have 500 subs for that, right? Or is it 1,000? I don't know. If that's something I can control now, I have no idea how to do it, and Google doesn't tell me. And I've looked it up. Anyway, I don't want you guys to have to watch ads, but I need a way to help support my fiance and my peanut habits. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, very excited for all these games coming out. I will be working as much overtime as possible to afford the few that I'm very desperate for. And most of them, as excited as I am for them, I'm going to buy them in a sale or a clearance or something a year down the road. Or 2 years down the road. 3 years, whenever it's on sale. Just gotta get down to sale. Let me know down below what you guys are most excited for. If I did not mention one of your most anticipated games for 2026, that's okay. The problem is, by the third video, if I haven't brought it up, maybe I don't know about it because we're going over, well, the goal's 15 games, but I've already gone over 2 extra, so at the end of that, it could be upwards 17 to 20 or something even more than that, so sorry I had to blow my nose. But anyway, very excited. If by that third video I haven't brought it up, let me know. Actually, fuck it. Let me know what you guys are most excited for now. That's what I was trying to say. And I will get to see. Maybe I'll change the list. Maybe it'll tell me about something I don't know about. And anyway, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for listening to me ramble and rant and whatever, this, that, and the other. I am glad to be doing videos again. And I'm just glad that you guys have been as supportive as you have been. So I'm going to stop talking now. And I'm going to stop breathing directly into the phone so that you don't hear such sniffly crap. But I will be making some sounds with the controller and the peanuts and the glass of water. Just for a little bit, not too long. And then, of course, sketch. I'll keep accidentally bumping him. That's part of the routine, really. So thank you all for stopping by, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I'll catch y'all later.